Hey, what's going on, everybody? Yuki Fire for you, and welcome to another episode of Monday's Reviews. This time we'll be going over a ban list prediction, my little predictions for the March 2013 ban list, since it is coming up really fast. This will be recording this. It is February the 10th, and it will be uploaded on the 11th. So it is creeping up on us very fast, and we have yet to have any fake ban lists pop up. I cannot wait for those to come up because I cannot wait to mess with those. But anyway, definitely, it's kind of a lengthy list on my part, but I definitely will have my reasons why I'm targeting said deck and stuff like that. And I'm going to try to be fair with certain decks and stuff like that. That way, yeah, I don't kill off a deck, as far as I know. And if I accidentally kill off a deck, I'm sorry. Please explain why any choice kills off a deck. And I make guys, that probably means I overlooked something, or I didn't think as much as I did. But I'm not gonna try to kill off any decks because I want even the decks I hate the most, I still want them to be playable for people to play if they want to. So let's get started with the ban cards. You can kind of see which one's which, but you kind of see what cards I have on here, but you don't know which one's in which. I could have windups in banned. You never know that. Now I probably got a bunch of comments going, "You can't ban that windups." Shut up. First off, we have BLS. This card needs to be banned. Please, cannot ban this thing again. This thing is way too powerful. I know why it came off the list, and I know why it's been here for so long. It came off the list because it was reprinting Gold Series 4, then it got reprinted in Yugi's World. They were making money off this freaking badass of a card. But now, they made it the money's worth. I think it's time for it to go away. Bye-bye. Be gone, BLS, because it is just way too broken. No. Just go away. 3,000 attack. That can attack twice. Can banish any monster that's already stupid. And the fact is, a semi-nami monster, which allows you to revive it if it was summoned properly, makes it even more better. And the fact is, a light means you can combine things with honest, which is really crazy. So everything needs to go away. Next up for ban is Pot of Avarice. This thing really needs to go. It's pretty much one of the biggest comeback cards in the game. And it's an engine restarter with a +2. This thing can pretty much win you a game. Now, some people may think I'm being biased against it because, I'm salty because I lost to Avarice sometimes. Truth be told, who isn't salty when you lose to a Pot of Avarice? You have field control, they Avarice, they top like a Dark Hole with it. You're salty. Don't lie. You are salty. But I've been on both ends of Avarice. I have sacked my opponent with Avarice, and I've been sacked with Avarice. It is the most irritating thing when you get beat by Avarice because of the fact that you're like, oh, I'm about to win. Avarice, screw you. It is just really the most annoying thing in the world. Now, Avarice doesn't guarantee a win game, but the problem with Avarice is not only can you turn things to the main deck, you can return things to the extra deck, which is really nuts. So you can return some of your best singles and exceeds back to the extra deck. A third thing that pins it against is, that really hurts it, is the fact that it has a Hitler mustache. Look at there. He's anti-Jew. There you go. Yeah, I went there. I went to the Hitler shenanigans. But it's a really dumb card. It really should be banned. I don't think it should be a permanent ban. I think it could, like some cards could eventually come off. But right now, it's just way too good and way too abusable. Finally, for really the ban cards, Monsters Reborn. This is the juggling card that they left to ban and come back, ban, come back, ban, come back. And it's getting to the time where it really should be banned again. It's a really stupid card that can revive from any player's graveyard, which is really nuts. And it's a spell card. Really, we already have Triple Call the Haunted. We don't really need Monsters Reborn. What we do need is Premature Burial. Bring that thing back. Nah, I'm joking. I know the abuse of Premature Burial. I know why it's not coming back. It's never going to come back. I know that for a fact. So, but Monsters Reborn needs to go. It will come back if it's banned. You know that. It will eventually come back. But if not Monsters Reborn, Dark Hole should be banned. Because I don't feel Reborn and Dark Hole should exist in the same format. It's really super sacky. Dark Hole plus Reborn, that's not even fair. As how many people? I'm sure many people have had this where they have Dark Hole and Reborn in their hand and they're laughing their asses off. I've had that happen to me many times, and I've done that many times. It's funny as hell, but then you hate it when it happens to you. Like, damn it. Now for the one-ups. First off is Drag Down. Drag Down, I think, really should go to 1. my opinion, it's one of the most aggravating, annoying cards to deal with in Dark Worlds. Yes, card destruction is very, very powerful in Dark Worlds, but, you know, but the thing is, Drag Down gives you intel on your opponent. Very unfair intel. Picture me as the Dark World player. I'm playing Dark World, you're playing whatever the hell you want to play. You can play Karibo for all I care. I just go, set Drag Down, set some cards, I have one card from my hand. It's a Dark World card. I flip over the Drag Down, I now see your hand, I can discard whatever fucking card I want, and you see my Dark World. Which is probably gonna be Bro. I send Bro and draw 2 cards. Congratulations, you have no idea what's in my hand. Yeah, I know everything in your hand, and I can play around your stuff. How fair is that? At least in card destruction, you get rid of your hand, but at the same time, you get a new hand, where you can possibly draw a Track or a Gorse or something like that, Maxi or something, just something to protect yourself from the Dark Worlds, because you at least get a new hand, and card destruction is not an automatic OTK all the time. You can come back from it. It may be a little difficult, but you can come back from it. Unlike Drag Down, where your opponent knows everything in your hand except for the card that you drew, which potentially help you out, but at the same time, it's still a very unfair card. I don't really think it should be banned. Actually, I would love to see it get banned, but I would just like to see it go to 1, just because it is stupid. Now, you see here I have Magician, Shark, and Factory. Now, I'm not saying all 3 of them are going to 1. These are just different possibilities that may happen with the ban list. First and foremost, Magician should go to 1. It is a very annoying card. It sets up a lot of plays. It's really the one that sets up the Shark Magician combo, because you reveal Shark, you know, you go like Activate Factory, reveal Shark, Factory's effect. You know, you just add a bunch of shit. You know, it's really ridiculous what you can do with the Magician Shark combo. Allowing to go for cards like Shockmaster is just really annoying. But I think hitting Magician to 1 really hurt the deck a lot, and I would love to see Factory go to 1 as well, because if Black Whirlwind's at 1 and Insurgent Gateway's at 1, it should really go to 1 to join the other people, just to join the other Searcher spell cards in the game. And as for Shark, Shark's Death could potentially go to 1 as well. You never know. All 3 of them could go to 1. Because I feel Konami's really going to wreck windups this list, since the fact that they're not really making money off of them anymore. They're pretty much done with them. It's an old archetype to Konami, in Konami's eyes. So they're free to wreck them however they feel fit. And they may utterly destroy them in the March list. So be prepared for that. So these are the 3 main cards I can see being targeted on Konami's radar right now. So be prepared. Do not be surprised if all 3 of them get hit, or if either one of these 3 cards gets hit. So don't be surprised. You know, these 3 cards are really stupid. Now, for the Atlanteans, Undyne or Dragoon, one of these 2 cards is definitely getting hit. Dragoon allows you to search up for any C7 monster except for himself. And you know how much Konami likes searchers. Remember Stratos? Ooh, remember what happened to Earth? When it went back to 2, went to 1, 3 to 1. They're like, screw you, agents. They're putting that shit to 1. It was nuts. But Dragoons can search out from Neeps Diva to Abyss Megalo, all the way to Mulan Gracia, which is really stupid. They can search out a god, that's really crazy. But Undyne also gives you a +2. If you go Undyne, normal Undyne, effect, send Dragoons to the grave, add controller, Dragoons effect, add a sea server, +2. Holy shit, that is nuts. So one of these 2 cards is getting hit, or maybe both, I don't know. The way I see it for Konami, it's going to be like a marketing campaign. If they hit both of them, it's pretty much like, oh, your Undyne and your Dragoons got hit. That is really sad. But wow, I misspelled it. I'm bad at spelling. What the fuck? There we go. Jesus Christ, I am horrible at spelling. It's basically going to be like a marketing campaign where it's like, have no fear. Your cards got hit, but have no fear. Look what we got. Oh, we got some Abyss endings. You still got your 3 landings. You've got all these awesome Mermail cards. Now go and buy these packs and give us your money. That's pretty much how it's going to go. So the outside support's probably going to go. Deep Sea Diva can also be hit. Some people are saying 2, but I don't really see. I could definitely leave a possibly getting hit to 2 or 1, but I feel like they're gonna target Undyne or Dragoons more. I feel like those two cards are on the radar much, like on a much more higher scale than Diva is, in my opinion. Next up is Rekindling. Rekindling is a card that I want to be hit to 1, but I doubt it will because of all of the what is it? I'm trying to think. I remember the Haze Beast and the Fire King, stuff like that. Especially the Lava's coming out as well. The rest of the Lava support. I want Rekindling to be hit, but I don't feel it will be hit because they want to sell the Lavas. They want to sell the Fire Kings and the Haze Beast. But at the same time, they could do what they did to Evigish Goose Kraken, where they hit the problem, they destroyed pretty much the big loop before it came to the TCG. So they could do that as well with Rekindling, where it's like, okay, there's some annoying shit here, let's hit the Rekindling to 1 before it gets out of hand. I think that'd be a great move by Konami, and be very, very proactive instead of waiting for September and having us bitching and complaining all September. All the way to September, which I think Konami likes to do. I think they get a sick pleasure of hearing us bitch and complain about the list. I don't know about you guys, but I think that's how it goes too. I feel. Next up is Rabbit decks. I see 1 or 2 things happening in Rabbit decks. 1, Rabbit being hit to 1, which I personally wouldn't want to see because I really like Rabbit a lot. It's kind of a biased opinion from my part for wanting Rabbit to stay at 2. But also the fact that there have Evil Swarms coming out, and people are going to want to play the Verse Logia deck. So, I picture Rabbit staying at 2 for that reason, but it could potentially go to 1. Another option for them for Rabbit is to hit Logia to 1. And something else they could possibly do is hitting Logia to 1. Since Shin's at 1, Logia could potentially go to 1. If they don't hit the Rabbit, I really hope they do hit the Logia, because it's a very annoying card to deal with, especially with Forbidden Lance. Which is another card I forgot to put on here, which was Forbidden Lance. Which I'll talk about that, my reasons for that as well. And I forgot another card, what the hell. I forgot to put another card in here. Have fun with that. And anyway, where was it? Oh yeah. Just one of these 2 cards are going to get hit. Now, for 2 cards that could potentially come off the list, first off is Magician of Faith. Now, Magician of Faith, I feel, is too slow for the game right now. I could be wrong, but in my opinion, it's a too slow of a card. It's a flip effect, and it's really not as good as it once was. But it's still a very good card, because you can search out for any spell card from your graveyard and add it to your hand. But it's just the fact that it's a slow card. It's a flip effect. Doesn't have a lot of defense. And, you know, it's not like Gear Armor, where you can just, like, set its 9 times defense and you can keep reusing the effect. This is pretty much going to be like a one-time deal. And plus, you know, some people are actually side decking Nova Necrotis because Ranker's a pain in the ass. So is Gear Armor if you ever come across a Gear deck. But, I don't know, I just feel like it could potentially do some stuff. It might actually be a broken card still, but I just, you know, trial and error type of thing, and I really don't think it would do too much in this current meta. Next up is Goyo Guardian to 1. Now, this thing has been banned for a while, and truth be told, we have a lot more things that can stop Goyo Guardian. We have, you know, of course, Valor. We have the Solemn Brigade. We also have Fiendish Chain, Breakthrough Skill. And we also have the usual stuff such as Bomb Trap, Pose, the Prison, Mirror Force. We have 2 Mirror Forces and 2 Transfer Tributes. We also have cards like Gacha Gachi and Zenmaines. So Guardian is kind of nerfed. And with the Exceeds and stuff, you're not really going to get a lot out of the Exceeds if you destroy an Exceed with Goyo Guardian. Mainly because of the fact that they have no materials, so you don't get their effects. So that's kind of the reasoning behind Goyo Guardian going back to 1. 2 or more, it is way too much. I admit Goyo Guardian be way too broken. 2 or more, but I feel like he's not going to be as good, like, compared to back when he was legal, when it was Synchro Rage. This is more like seed-based formats now, so you won't really do a whole lot. Now, another card that might come back, I highly doubt it, is Dark Strike Fighter because of all the Exceed-oriented cards. I highly doubt it, but it is a possibility because Konami's weird and all, so you might see Dark Strike Fighter come back eventually. I don't know. But I see Goyo coming back a lot more sooner. Another card that could potentially come back is Trishula. Just because it's Trish, and it's not that bad of a card actually, because we have a lot of things that can stop her. So anyway, let's go to 2s. First up is Black Whirling. Now this basically, if Line of Faction doesn't get touched, if Factory stays at 3, I would say Whirlwind should at least come to 2, or maybe 3, since Factory is a more OP version of Whirlwind. Now, this is to give back a little power to Black Wings, because I feel Black Wings are going to take the same path as Light Swords, where every balance they'll bring back 1 or 2 cards of Black Wings and give them back to them to kind of give them more power, since the fact that Black Wings are slower, a little bit more slower than a lot of meta. But another thing is that Black Wings can actually support Exceeds quite effectively. They can support rank 4 Exceeds because of Bora plus Shura. They even support rank 3 Exceeds because of Gale plus Kalute or Damascus and Gladius. Even Breeze, not Zephyros, I forgot the name, but Breeze, that level 3 tuner, that was supposed to be the replacement of Gale. But I just feel that they're going to do because Black Wings, in my opinion, if they continue to get back more support, they can literally come back and just compete with the meta. It's just that good of an archetype. It really is. It can be controlling and aggressive. It's a really good archetype. So, but I see Whirlwind coming back to 2 or maybe 3 if Factory stays at 3. If Factory goes back to 1, maybe Whirlwind could possibly go back, stay at 1, or come back to 2. Because this is not really as broken as Factory. Next up, a TG Striker to 2. I don't really see this going to 3 right now. I see it going to 2 to see how it does in the meta, and then potentially go to 3, just to kind of lay ground, to kind of see how well it does. But with Macro running around him, TGs aren't all that powerful because they need to go to further to get their searchers, further get the searching effect, and plus the Thunder King still has 3. Well, that's always been a factor. Why am I talking about Thunder King? That's always a factor. Damn card. Hate you! And I love you at the same time, but hate you sometimes. But I think this give back the power. This give back some more, some more edge to the TG engine and open up a lot more variety of decks. This will allow TG agents to kind of make a little bit of a comeback. But I feel that deck is not going to do a whole lot because there's other decks that are a lot more better than the agents right now that are meta. Because the Fire Fists are really damn good archetypes, and you still got the Mermails and Evil Swarms. You got a lot of other things that can triumphant over the agents. So next up is Abyss Megalo to 2. This is basically if Konami does hit anything in the Mermail archetype, it'll probably be Abyss Megalo to 2. It will be basically kind of what happened to Christia and Agents, because anybody remember when Agents were all the rage and people are like talking about, oh, this needs to happen in Agents, and Konami basically put Christia to 2 for no reason. It really wasn't a fix. That's what I see for Abyss Megalo. It would be like, okay, we'll put it to 2 just to make people happy. We're really not going to be happy, so that's the only thing in Abyss, like in the Mermail archetype itself, that I can see actually getting hit. Next up is the Tsukuyomi. Now this card can go to 3 for all I care, because it's still not going to do anything. It's just way too slow of a card. But at the same time, knowing Konami, they may just put it to 2 and then put it to 3. I don't know, but this thing could really just go to 3, because it's really, really, really not as good as it once was in Go format. Now, it's still a good card, but it's just too slow because a lot of the monsters have higher defense than 1100. You know, it's a Mara killer, that's good, but at the same time, it's not going to do a whole lot. Now, Chaos Sorcerer to 2, since with Beelus being gone on this list, they should at least bring Chaos Sorcerer back to 2, just kind of help Chaos the decks a little bit. Even though Chaos Sorcerer is not as good as Beelus, you know, they may do with 2 Chaos Sorcerers for the longest time, even 3. So, just at least bring it back to 2. Now to help out Lightsworn decks, since I can see Lightsworns being helped, kind of what they've been doing for every balance, is charge Light Brigade to 2. Now, I see this happening because they're little by little, Lightsworns are getting back their support. They got Judgment to 3, Lumina to 2, Necro to 3. The next one on the list is probably Lumina to 3 or Charge to 2. That's pretty much what's probably going to happen to give a little more power to Lightsworn decks. Lightsworns are sacking his help, but they're still not doing anything. And they're probably not going to do anything else but Charge to 2. Next is Book of Moon to 2. Now, Book of Moon is a neg 1 card. It's a good neg 1. I think Konami was harsh when they put it down to 1. But the reason they put it down because it was really being overused. It was a really good card. It was pretty much our biggest answer for X-Sabers because Trapstar, you are annoying. But I feel it should really come to 2 because it's not seeing a lot of play anymore at 1 because it's just not enough at 1. At 3, it was a little much, but at 2, I think is the perfect balance for Book of Moon to kind of help it out. They kind of make people play Book of Moon again. Finally, for 2 is Mizuki. Mizuki here will help out zombies, since zombies can support Exceeds. I can see Mizuki possibly coming to 2 to help out zombies in a way. I don't see play coming to 2 because 2 Mizukis plus 2 Plex Spreaders is kind of retarded at times. So, yeah. I think only Mizuki's going to come to 2. Now the cards that could potentially come to 3. Spore to 3 because really, Bulb, in this band, Bulb is still banned. I don't think Bulb is coming back. I don't think a 3rd Spore would be helpful. Or what they can do is put Lone Fire to 2 and kind of increase the Plant Engine. Because I feel the Plant Engine is still nerfed to no end speed. It's still not as good as it once was. But in all retrospective, I think a 2nd Lone Fire or using 3 Spores won't be too bad. People will still use 2 Spores so you can have a Spore, have a level 1 plant in the grave so you can make Spore level 2. But really not going to be playing 3 Spores, and this will help out the Plant Engine. Another card that could potentially come to 3 is Bottomless Trap Hole. It kind of help them combat the Fire King, stuff like that. I don't really think it's going to come to 3 because of the Fire Kings, because they want to sell the Fire Kings. But at the same time, it helps combat it, and it's a really good card to use. You should definitely be maining it or citing it. Now, some other things that could potentially happen, I don't really know, is Kalute possibly come to 3. I say if Whirlwind really does not come back to 2, I think Kalute should come back to 3 to give Blackwings more power. Or maybe Gale to 2. But I think Blackwings are going to get some type of power back in the March list. Whether it's a Searcher, an Honest, or a monster that says, screw you, I'm halving your attack permanently. Other things that may happen is Ultimate Offering could get banned. I don't know. I doubt it. But it might happen, so don't be surprised if it does. And then Horn of the Phantom Beast could be hit to 2 or even 1. I'm guessing 2 if they do hit. They kind of slow down Fire Fists and Fire Kings and all that stuff. But I don't think it'll be hit just yet. Mainly because of the fact that they don't really want to hurt Fire Fists all too much really now, since it just came out and they want to make money. The only really time they've ever hit an archetype that had new support or just came out was like Sam's, because they were wrecking everything with triple gateway, so they had to hit it to 1. But that's really all I can think of for stuff on the list. Like I said, I don't think I killed anything. I don't think I killed a deck, because putting Drag down to 1 won't kill Dark Worlds. You know, limiting one of these 2 at least won't kill Windups. You know, limiting one of these won't kill Marmails. You know, this won't kill Fire Kings. You know, this won't kill Haze Beasts. You know, putting Rabbit or Logia to 1 won't really kill Rabbit decks. It'll still be a viable deck. You know, and we have some help for other engines like TG Engine, help for Blackwings, help for the Plant Engine, help for Zombies and Light Sworns. And I don't really see Agents getting hit at all, because it's not really a big threatening deck. It's not really, you know, if they do hit Agent, it will probably be Hyperion to 2 at best. I don't see anything happening else to Agents in terms of maybe Hyperion going to 2. But anyway, that's my ban list. So give me your thoughts on this ban list in the comment section below. As well as maybe if you agree with my choices, if you disagree with my choices, feel free to fight amongst yourselves in the comment section below. Battle, my pretties! I don't know why I said that. But also, if you think I forgot something and you feel should be banned, limited, semi, or unlimited, feel free to say in the comments and give your reasons why on why this really should be hit. And if I disagree with it, you know, I'll be, you know, I'll definitely give my reasons why I disagree with it, because I think it's kind of fun to debate on ban lists. It's really, really fun and interesting. So anyway, give me your thoughts on this, and yeah, comment, rate, subscribe, and bye.